Yo, what is up guys, Russ here, coming at you with another video. A quick one today. I hope all of your days are going fantastic. But I just wanted to shine a light onto Ghostly Strike, the talent of Outlaw. I know that a lot of people know about this. I know that a lot of people are probably already using this. But for those of you that aren't, I recently switched. I was being pretty stubborn with Quick Draw myself because it's pretty easy to play. I was used to it. I thought it wouldn't be that much difference. But holy hell. Okay, this talent, like when I changed this up, it blew my mind. Honestly, boss damage is absolutely incredible with this. You can play it in the raid, or you should be playing it in the raid anyway. You can play it in M+ as well, and you'll cleave everything around you. So let me just get into it really quick and tell you what I'm now playing as my go-to build in every single key for Outlaw Mythic Plus. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be making this one switch from Quick Draw to Ghostly Strike. So what Quick Draw is doing currently, if you're using it, obviously, is pistol shot. Essentially, when you get the opportunity proc, is giving you 2 combo points and dealing a little bit more damage. It's decent, it's good, but Ghostly Strikes, now this is going to give you 10. This is going to put a debuff on your target, so pretty similar to Between the Eyes, which is obviously giving you that crit debuff. If hopefully you already knew about that. Between the Eyes gives you a 20% increased chance to crit your target. So that's, you obviously, when you put Between the Eyes on someone, you obviously want to be attacking that target, so you could be cleaving your crit onto everything else with Blade Flurry, right? Similar with Ghostly Strike, you're going to be putting a debuff on the target, so you obviously want to stack this one when you're Between the Eyes. You're going to be putting Ghostly Strike onto a target, and you're going to be doing 10% more damage with all of your abilities. Which is really good. I'm not 100% sure if it applies to melee. It says abilities, so I'm assuming it's like your actual casted abilities. So all of your Sinister Strikes, all of your Dispatches, all of your Between the Eyes, all of your Blade Rushes, and all of your pistol shots, right? So all of your abilities into that target will cleave for 10% more damage. Great, right? And basically it's really easy to use, but you will need to use an extra key binding for it. So why I was being stubborn about it before, and maybe some of you can relate, is I was like, oh, I really don't want to have to like keybind something else. Quick Draw is so easy. Don't think it's too far behind. So what I did, you're going to be using this with Mark for Death as well, and it's really strong on single target with Mark for Death, even just throwing Mark for Death on cooldown. So I'll tell you guys how to play it in just a second. What I've done with my keybinds, I don't know, maybe some of you like to use your scroll wheel and things like that, but just find a nice comfy keybind. What I do is I have these 2 WeakAuras. This is my Mark for Death at the top, and this is my Ghostly Strike at the bottom. Now they do look kind of similar, so I might change the icons around or something. But what I have is I have my Mark for Death on scroll wheel up, and I have my Ghostly Strike on scroll wheel down, and I have the WeakAuras stacked. You can get these WeakAuras, I'll link them down below. And basically all they're going to do is every time I'm kind of using them, I'm just going to be using them on cooldown. And when they're coming back up, they get reduced by Restless Blaze as well, you know, the passive. I've got this smaller WeakAura that is going to just like fade, just going to like slowly fade in as we get closer, and then it's going to show again. So you can, if you're doing your rotation, you can kind of see when things are coming up. So now I know that now I can just pop my Mark for Death, and I know that after one more finisher, Ghostly Strike's going to be ready, right? So really nice, simple WeakAuras, which is just going to help this build kind of like, just going to help you like really be able to get these abilities off on cooldown. So I'll link those down below on my Wago, along with a couple other WeakAuras. Maybe you want to have a look at my WeakAuras. A lot of people ask me for them quite often. But yeah, very simple to play, and it's not like a mind-blowing video. I just need to like make aware that this is really good, and I'll play some footage on the screen for you of me doing like ridiculous boss damage. It's still really good on AoE. Just make sure that when you use it on AoE, like the same way with your Between the Eyes, as I was saying, you want to Between the Eyes the target that you're kind of focusing and cleaving off. And you also want to be putting Ghostly Strike on the same target, right? So just use it on cooldown. Make sure you got a nice separate keybind for it. A WeakAura is really good for it. And yeah, you just want to be throwing it on cooldown. And same with Mark for Death on single target as well. Just chuck it on cooldown. I use it, like you definitely use it at like 1 combo point, 2 combo points. I sometimes even use it at 3 combo points, like especially if my target is dying very soon, just to like get an extra finisher off, right? One thing that you guys do need to know though, by switching from Quick Draw to Ghostly Strike, you are going to lose the extra combo point. This is probably the biggest change to playing the spec. You're you're going to be losing the extra combo point from quick draw. So where you would usually use a finisher on 4 combo points if you have an opportunity proc, so that you don't you know, waste 1 extra, you will now just want to chuck your opportunity into your bar, because it will, instead of getting you to 6 combo points, it will now just take you to 5, so you can use your finisher at 5. So the only times that you're actually going to be finishing at 4 will be when you have the broadsides buff from Roll the Bones, right? So really good. Just chuck Mark for Death on cooldown, chuck Ghostly Strike on cooldown, but don't use it on a target that's about to die. If there's another target standing right next to it which has a lot of health, right, then you want to put it on the high HP one so that it like lasts the duration, because it's a debuff on the target, not a buff on you, right? But other than that, everything's the same. Just a kind of a little update video. I can do a full Outlaw kind of like theory guide if you guys want. It'll be a little bit more work, but if you guys, enough of you guys put down in the comments that you want me to make like a full like current Outlaw kind of like meta build guide for M+, could be transferable to raiding as well, put that in the comments below. But yeah, Blade Rush still, we're still running Celerity because they scale with the anima powers in Mythic Plus as well. So you want to be running Celerity, you want to be running Blade Rush, and then Mark for Death, Ghostly Strike. I run them always, just because they're so good. But yeah, I'll be playing hopefully some footage and stuff on the screen of me in various keys doing pretty big boss damage and still really good like overalls and still really good AoEs. Just be sure that on AoE you are cleaving off your Ghostly Strike target. But yeah, it's just literally as simple as that. It is ridiculously fun to play. It makes the spec even faster. A lot of people like how fast Outlaw is, so in my opinion it makes the spec more fun. And it does more damage in all situations, it feels like. So really nice, and it feels good because I constantly top boss damage as an Outlaw Rogue now, which is what I always felt like I was lacking before. So I was quite often playing Subtlety just so that I could be like relevant on bosses and also pretty good on trash, right? Now Outlaw just feels like it feels complete with this. It was like such a simple change and it just made the spec feel like really cohesive for me. So that's that. One more thing, I updated my if you're using my combo point finishing aura, I'll put a link to that video on the screen for you now, somewhere up there. I made a WeakAuras to help you stop wasting combo points, because quite often a lot of people aren't sure whether you use your finisher on 4 combo points or 5 combo points. I made a little WeakAuras which you'll see it just here if I demonstrate it for you really quick. There's an entire video on it, but here, like once I have the broadsides proc, is putting a little arrow above my 4th combo point so that I can position it. You know, sorry, you got to position the WeakAuras above your 4th combo point so that you know like when you're going to be finishing on 4 combo points. Really simple, but if you do like the sound of that, like wasting less combo points, meaning more you know, less wastage of DPS basically, because combo points equals DPS. So if you are interested in that as well, I'll put a video link to it up there. But yeah, I've updated that WeakAuras. I'll put it down in this description too, and I'll update the description on the other video as well. And yeah, some of my WeakAuras will be on Wago. So if you want to check all that out, then go ahead. Good luck, and I will be coming back pretty soon actually with a Subtlety video. So I'll be covering some Subtlety, some Outlaw, stuff like that. I've got a couple more commentaries coming, and an channel update video for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this really quick. I know it's nothing crazy mind-blowing, but hopefully it helps some of you guys out. And yeah, feel free to stop by the Twitch channel, put some footage for that up there too, and a link down below and on screen for you now, and all that good stuff. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube stuff, all that good stuff. And hopefully guys, I'll see you in the next video or over on the Twitch channel, which I'm live most days. Okay, so until next time guys, peace.